Okay, guys. As you can see, I'm not at home at the moment. I'm actually on holiday. I'm in Punta Cana in the Caribbean. Just having a bit of a jolly. It's kind of been a milestone wedding anniversary this year, which is why I've travelled a lot. Because a lot of people sort of go, "Oh, wow, you're always away." Well, it was by design this year, and I'll explain that in a moment. But today we're going to be looking at non-farm payroll for the little hobbit, so to UK. Why? Well, I thought I'd get it in before he does. But I did catch up with him before I came away, and he was winding me up. So this is for you, kid. Uh, the place is beautiful. I'll do a quick snapshot of what my view is, and then tag it into the video. I'll put that in here. This one's hard. Okay. Um, One of the reasons why I travelled this year was it was a milestone wedding anniversary for Joanne and I. And I'm getting ready pretty much for retirement. And I asked her what she wanted. And she said she just wanted my time because I've been in industry for 25 years for myself. And prior to that, I worked in the blue chip sector. So I've worked my entire life. And I did a video yesterday about shortcuts. I've never taken a shortcut in my life. I've worked hard every day. And even when things have gone catastrophically wrong, I've just looked at it from an objective point of view and rolled my sleeves up, because there's two ways of dealing with things. And this will be relevant in just a second. You can sit in the corner and suck your thumb, or you can roll your sleeves up and get on with it. Trading is no different. If you have a bad day, because I get it all the time, where's your stop? How do you, well, what if it goes wrong? Well, if it goes wrong, goes wrong. You know, you're focusing on the wrong thing. You do your homework on every trade. Now, I've sat and I've worked out what I think I should be doing today. Now, it's always the same principle with non-farm payroll. It is a quick snap or a continuation, but I've got to let the chart show me first. Because if I don't, I'm taking a gamble, a guess. That's the worst thing that can happen. I've got 2 minutes before the announcement comes in, and we'll put the camera on. But the thing with time is I've worked 7 days a week pretty much all my life. And this year, when she said she wanted time, that's what I've done. But time has to be paid for. And that's why I'm here. And she's down by the pool sunning herself. So let's flick this over and we'll see what the scenario is telling us. Well, at the moment, we've got 1 minute to go. I have quickly worked it out that it's currently looking to be on a sell. So if there's going to be a continuation, it's probably be on the sell side. But the bigger picture, and I can talk this while it's going, because I don't do anything for the first 5 minutes, but look at the hourly. What it's essentially done is it's been pulling against this particular move here. And it's got to the lower point. It's collapsed altogether. You know, it's decided that it doesn't like this and it's pushing up. And there's the announcement coming in. Okay. So let me just swing this over. So the announcement's to the upper side, but bear in mind, I've just shown you that we'd be looking to sell this. Now, the selling of it is basically, it's a fib snap. Now, what that also means is it could be a good opportunity to not only get the snap, but we're going to be pulling back against this particular move here. Now, while it's working, it's not a particularly vicious move today. We're talking, well, it's not that big at all. I mean, if I drop it onto a lower time frame, it will be. We'll see that in just a second. But I've seen this 1,000 times before. Okay, so it's pushing through. What we can also see is these little areas here. Well, what's it done? It's come straight up onto this one. And it's rejected it. Okay, there. Now, the other high point to look for is up here. Now, what I really want is that to stay a big chunky candle to start with. It started here. Let's move this down. No problem with this one at all. Okay. Excellent. I'm going to put this all the way down. All right. So it is rejecting these levels here at this moment in time. So you just put the wrong level in there, actually, guys. It's that one. This is just my measuring tool one. So it's come up and it's rejecting, but still rejecting the same area. So it's rejecting these two areas here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just going to turn this round the opposite way. Because I want to see how far it'll push down. There we go. So that's rigged. Okay. Just use the full Fibonacci numbers. Okay. Now what we can see, it's pushing high here. It's not aggressive, not overly aggressive. But take it down into 15 minutes, it'll look super duper. But is it? You know, how big is this? Well, let's have a little look, shall we? So let's get our measuring stick. You also have to excuse me, it's very early morning here as well. That's one for you. But it's, what time is it? 8:30 in the morning here. And then after a heavy night the night before, not the best. Okay, so it's gone up 57 pips. It's not huge. So I'll only be looking for a 10, 12 pip snapback. Now, it's got a couple of minutes left to the candle. Not really too fussed. So it'll be a scalping situation. Right, so let's have a look, see what's going on with this. Come on. I'd like to get it to touch onto this yellow here. That would be the optimum place. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring it back down into this level here. And we'll just be looking to sell. So initially, I'll just drop this back up. I haven't really looked at the strengths too much, but the current strength today is the US and the pound are really, really weak, both of them. Now, there is also our Deputy Prime Minister has resigned today. So that might have a little bit of a shake into the market as well. It's also Friday, so I wouldn't really be worried. So what I'm looking at mainly, though, is this. And what we can see is the dollar is, for all it's weak, it's slightly stronger than what the pound is. Now, that might explain what's going on here. See, I don't subscribe to any of the fundamental shit. If I'm not in the room, I don't know what the decision is. And when I see people talk about it that are not in the industry, they're just talking bollocks, basically. You'll never know the thinking behind what this is. I've seen good figures tank a market. I've seen bad figures rally a market. So I don't even look at it. I'm not even interested in what the figures are. What I'm interested in is what I can see. And I do multi-time frame analysis. I've worked out that this is predominantly looking for me better to sell it than buy it. And I've already got in with that intention. Now I just have to see if the chart will agree with me. And if it disagrees with me, I won't go with my feeling. I'll go with what the chart feeling is. And my chart feeling at this moment in time is we're going to go for the sell. Right. So we drop it down into 5 minutes. Drop a retracement. It's hit the area of attraction now. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop an order in, just like so. So I'm putting the order here. to come here. And I'm also going to place an order underneath it on the 38 line, which is what's called a saddle. And I want to take which one comes in first, which is there. Right, so we target it in. Right, so we're taking this one. So we'll remove that. Okay, get rid of this. What I'm going to do now is I'm now going to stage into this area. Okay, if it's wrong, it's going to be taking a run at this. So what we're going to look to do is stage up into here, bounce, come back down. But if that takes this out, it'll be done as well. But that's where we're going to be going. All right, so let me just set that up so that I can put that in. Okay, so from there to there to there. Looking at the last point of entry, pretty much on the level. Just down to there. Kabush. I haven't got my normal rig, so you're going to have to bear with me just a little bit while I sort this out. I do have a 2-screen system. That's it. It's okay. Drop that down to there. Set that back slightly. Okay. So what we've done here is we've set up an area, and I've already been into it and done a trading arena on it, which is what the key levels are. I wanted to see what the first reaction would be. It was either going to be on the 23 or the 38. Well, I got through the 23 before I had a chance to put the order in. So it's then from the 38, and I saddled it to see which one would trigger first. Now, I always go in with the intention of putting multiple orders in, so it didn't really matter which one was triggered first. But what I didn't want is for the train to leave the station and leave me behind. That's why I saddled it. And then I'll take whatever it's going to give me. Now, if it gives me 20 quid, it gives me 20 quid, and it's 20 quid more than I had, and it'll pay for a drink in the bar. Otherwise, if I can get the more in, then I'll take more. And that's it. But the general view of this was, as we said, we were going to sell it to start with. And now it's just the waiting game. It's a case of hopefully it'll just push straight down into the level. Now, this level here is quite key because it's not only got a fib, it's a key area as well. So it could be a bounce point. So if this is going to continue to the upper side, it will test this area first. And because of that, I've got to be a bit careful. So what I'll do is I'll just let it play out, and then I'll come back to you at the end. Okay, guys. Because I'm on holiday, I'm just not going to sit and watch this. I'm just going to let it do its thing. I've set everything up on my phone, and I'm going to go down and monitor this at the pool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of close it off, and then later on this afternoon, I'll come back and revisit it. and let you see what the result is, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. Now, what are we looking to do? It's struggling in and around here. I still think it's going to come down to this area, so we're just going to kind of just set the targets on these. So that'll be about 20 odd pips. So if we move that back slightly, so it's bang on 20. Yeah, that'll do. Close enough anyway. It'll pull like 100 quid off one and 20 or 30 quid off the other one. I'm quite happy with that. If it's wrong, I will be putting in an extra order in and around here, last one there, and then once it gets up to this point, that's it, we're done. We have to sort of take a run. And I think that's, oh shit. I've just realised I haven't showed you what I was doing. Flicked it over onto the wrong screen. What I've done is I've adjusted the targets to here. All right, so it gives it enough room to bounce off and get in. This particular trade will pull in about 100 quid. This one, it'll be about 35, 30, 33, which I'm quite happy with. So when you see the red marks, what happens is as it flicks over, they come round the other way, obviously. But what it means is the one that staged further back will suddenly become the biggest gainer, and this one will be the weakest gainer. Now, we'll add in here, and I'll add in here, and if it gets to here, then that's it. I've probably got the wrong call, and it's time to call it a day. At the moment, all right, it looks like it's badly against me. It's not as bad as what you think, guys. It's not as bad as all. So let us play it out, and we'll crack on. So I'm going to go off to the pool. I'm going to enjoy a good few hours down there, and then I'll come back to this, and hopefully we'll have some money. All right, catch you on the other side. Boys and girls, we back after a long day down at the pool. A few drinkies, a bit dancey. Oh, got your pop as well from Sexy Bitch. It would normally be coffee, although considering the ply you would drink all the time, might as well be coffee. But we've been very good on this holiday, haven't we, Winky? Have we? What? Look at this. Right. Look at it. Look into her eyes and see if she can tell the truth. Have you had a drink this holiday? No. Let's check that she had a drink. No, I've never had one in my life. That trust me, that crap that they're playing out there is not music. It is right. As I said earlier, we in the Dominican Republic. The hotel we're in is called Reckless, and it's designed for adults, young adults, and then there's another hotel which is attached to it called Dreams, which is where the family is. So you've got like whatever. We spend our time in the older adults. It's because it's called the Quiet Pool. But we've been to the young one today, and Jesus Christ, oh, I'm getting too rude for this. They're jumping around like there's no tomorrow, bouncing to what they call music. Whatever happened to the Bee Gees? I mean, bloody hell, Elvis Presley, please come back. You know, T-Rex, Meatloaf, none of that. So I have to go back to chat. So let's have a look, see what we've been up to. So there's nothing on the chart, but it's done pretty much what I said at the start. I said at the start of this, I'd be looking to sell this. Now, it did push up aggressively, which is here. Came down, struggled, went back to this yellow line, which is where I was deciding to stage back in. I was going to put another position in here, but it already got up there prior to me sort of coming to the chart. It worked its way back in again because, well, I went down to the pool, didn't I? But I did have my alert set on the phone and saw it in the range, and it took its time. And when it came down to about this area, just pulled the plug and the job was done. So there's all the tickets gone, and I created 218. Now, if you think about my front sheet, I don't know if I've actually got it up. Let me just switch that on. I do have a rule set, and I follow the rule set all the time. This is the thing with trading. Most people don't follow a rule set. I do religiously, and it's what makes me survive in the game. Now, if I pull this back, first golden eye, second golden eye, when I hit 200 plus or 2 wins on the day, I stop. And the reason why I do that is keeps me in the game. It's why I'm really consistent, because I'm always planning what I'm doing. Now, there was a little bit of a chat earlier on in our Discord, and it's about listening to gobshites. You'll see a lot of people talk, and they'll tell you everything about what they've done, but they'll not show you what they've done. That's a big difference. This is something different on this channel. I'll always back up what I'm saying, but I'll tell you what I'm doing before I do it. And the difference of that is I tell people publicly before I do it. Well, I'm saying publicly. I tell the guys in the Discord. I mean, the freeloaders can fuck off. But I tell the guys in the squad exactly what I'm doing. Now, the other side of that is I do a hand-holding service for them, and I'll touch on that in a moment. But let's have a look at this. So there was the initial move, okay? Now, if you look at this from just a basic perspective, what did it do? Shot up, broke through, turned pretty much on the 127, and then came back to the 50%. Ran away, and then eventually ran back down to the 50% and stayed in the zone that I was after. Now, you could bounce backwards and forwards, and there will be those that will be saying, oh, that's what you should be doing. Crack on, you absolute gambling muppets. Look for one strong idea and then stick with it. And not only stick with it, have conviction and reason as to why you're going to do it. I always get the same thing. Well, what if it goes wrong? Well, it's not a fucking problem. Just get out. Have a monetary amount that you're willing to lose. Get out. It's that simple. You know, that's where the money's made. Want to see it? Come in the squad. I'll show you exactly. Your entry, which is kind of what you see a lot here, is not important. It's why I don't really mind showing you what's going on. It's 5% of the trade. 5%. The rest of it is in all of the homework, where the levels come from, how do you get your direction, how do you understand how you're going to trade it in the first place, are you going to do a retracement, continuation? You can only do this when you see it in front of you. So be a reactional trader, not a predictive trader. Every sort of predictive trader normally has a hard time with things. And if you take something like the Vanguard account that you see me building, I'm really pleased with it. Well, I'm not actually. I was 80 pence off 20 grand this week from that 200 that started in January. So I failed, guys. I failed. I should have had 20 grand, but I didn't. I mean, fuck. Scruff's useless. He is useless. Not a teacher. He's somebody that does the job. And that's where the hand-holding comes in. So if you come into the Discord, what you'll find is you can tell me the chart. Not me. I don't tell you what's going on. You know, I'll trade my own stuff and I'll tell you what I'm doing with that as well. But you can come to me and go, do you know something, Scruff? Quite fancy the look of the DAX today, or I quite fancy Euro-dollar today. What do you think of it? No, I'll break it down. I'll tell you what I think of it. And then I'll track it through the day. I can't be any fairer than that. It's not trading for you, it's trading with you. Because I don't believe in signals. And anybody who's just looking for handouts, I've got no time for them either. You know, but if you're looking to learn and understand, I've got all the time in the world for you. All of it. You know, I'll go, right, Euro-dollar, this is where the levels is. This is where the fibs are. This is how I'm getting to find out how the strength of that market is built up, how the momentum's built up, what the general direction is, what I expect to get out of it. And then it's up to you if you want to trade that or not. Now, to me, that's not a signal service. That's just giving you my opinion to see if you can back up yours. And I think that's fair. It's kind of why I do these non-farm payrolls. I don't have to do them. In fact, I don't have to do anything for the rest of the year. Pretty much covered my salary this year, which isn't bad. 8 months in, I can have the next couple of months off if I want. But I don't. I want to spend it with the guys in the squad, and that's where this tracking comes. So that's me done for this holiday. Well, not for this holiday, for this trade. What? Oh, shut that door. That music's absolutely shit. It isn't. It is. Whoa, stand there a second. Oh, you missed that one, boys and girls.
You missed me, see.
I did. A top come up and it was great. Yeah.
The bad music, it is really off.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to do it again. No. Have you seen this? Yeah, you know, she wanders around with no clothes on all the time. You know. You have not got clothes. Well, all right, then if you've got clothes on, come here and whip it open. What are you laughing for? You normally laugh when I whip mine open. She does, actually. It's the best contraceptive in our house. You know, I take my trousers off and she goes, Anyway, I'm back fully on Tuesday. Have yourselves a great weekend. And that's another no. I knew I shouldn't have had that beer. Well, there, do you know something? Fuck it. You know, I'm having a great time in this already. Should we have sex? Show. Got a grip beat bed. Seen the bed? I mean, lovely. I mean, and this is our room. We've got this massive room. You know, nice bed behind us and all of that. And not that you can see it, but we look over the pool and everything down there. So happy days. Anyway, I'm rambling now because pissed and I need to go and get more pissed. Right, see you later.